In the world, there are many places to explore: a land, a fair place, and many outdoor activities, and that's why exists LLB. So, in this opportunity, my group, conformed by Tobias RUPP, YOMIRA LLONTOP, and me, Jessica Salas, will present LLB. So, what is LLB?
LL is a privately held outdoor apparel specialty catalog and retail store founded in 1912 by Leon Goodwin. The company began as a one-man operation, guided by LL's belief in keeping customers satisfied. The company has grown to a global organization with annual sales of $1.6 billion. The company headquarters are in Freeport, Maine, just down the road from the original store. This international company has had many changes through its history, from its production of shoes and its first mistake, when 90 pairs were returned defective. The owner always looked for that their clients feel comfortable with their purchases. The company and the owner strongly believe in that the brand is built on perception about quality, service, and status created by using a particular product or working with a specific company. The company operates on the belief that the brand should reflect Bing's values, not just the products it sells, so its commitment is with all of its clients. In addition to a strong customer focus, the company thought to solidify the brand through social responsibility. Social responsibility at LL is divided into 4 categories: the environment, paper procurement, labor rights, and charitable giving.
Based on the case mentioned, we have done the following analysis. So, to start, we will say how a company uses its own product or service to enhance the total compensation for its employees. Well, the company seeks to achieve its organizational objective by focusing on its human resources. LLB built its brand using its employee as a critical channel in which its passion for the company and its product will translate into the consumer. Total benefits were reflected in performance-based bonus and cafeteria-style healthcare. Additionally, providing in-store discount, on-site gym, and use of the company-owned outdoor equipment such as tents and canoes, including activity outdoor and travel as a method of connecting its employees. Following with analysis, we will continue with internal strength and weakness as we identify and how the company responds to these factors from a total reward perspective. In the case of the strength, the company maintains a strong brand identity, where it reflects its value not only of the product itself, but also the relationship that its employees through motivation with total reward. That will be the money compensation. On the other hand is the labor environment, where social responsibility is the key for LLP, which includes the construction of green areas, charitable donation, as well as the participation of the employee in preservation activity, improving the quality of life within a company for its workers and in the community in which it operates. The quality of life for workers and consumers is reflected in donation like United Way. Also, the workers' right, that is a part of commitment of this company, by avoiding discrimination and providing fair compensation, including its benefits. Business to employees for the complaint and problems. LLB ended up linked with at least 3 provided roles by not respecting their human rights standards. In the case of the weakness, the company used to manage a centralized strategy, so at the time of the revision, they opted for an SBU, that being a established business unit, being part of the decentralization process, in which each one had responsibility for the profit and loss. In other words, linking payment with their performance. Also, the company was focused financially and human resources on sales by catalog, but not over participation or sale on internet. That is why they developed multi-channel marketing. That is where they present another weakness. the lack of knowledge in which techniques to develop in a highly competitive way. That is why the job description and the conduct of salary service were developed allowing LLB to adjust their compensation. Now we will continue with the external opportunities and threats that we identify and how the company responds to these factors when a total work project. In the case of opportunity, the company identified the opportunity to infuse cultural benefits. A key example of this is Japan, where it began to celebrate the holiday as well as offering severance pay of time of retirement, in addition to social security and sponsored plans by the employer. Also, the trade. In 1990, the company faced a decline in sales because its competitive landscape reflected a market of global technology saving and cost-conscious customer and employee. That's where it began reorganized through a strategy of decentralization and linkage of payment with a performance on each employee and not traditional bonus.
We'll continue with the examples of rewards and how they are used to meet organizational objectives. So first you have to divide into two groups, which are the traditional and the non-traditional benefits. So the traditional ones include, for example, performance-based bonuses and cafeteria-style healthcare. Whether the non-traditional include, for example, store discounts, one-site fitnesses programs, and the use of company-owned outdoor gear like tents and kernels. So both benefits are used to reach organizational goals. What are the differences? So I would say that the traditional benefits more refer to performing and leads to good direct connection between the employee and the customer, while non-traditional benefits more means like the values of the company and connect the employee together. So that means that from the first view, the traditional benefits have a more external effect, while the non-traditional benefits have a more internal effect. Another question is how the company aligns its benefits with its corporate values. So the easy question would be by using the strategic review process. So after LLB had its first decline in sales, they started to launch a strategic review. It includes as well the strategic process as the operational process. So the strategic process considers external points like market selection and internal points like, for example, core competencies. For our result are especially the internal points very important, because on the other side you have the operational process, which include, for example, the brand identity, target markets, operational competencies, and so on. So the valued outcome are called SBUs, which means strategic business units. So HR, for example, was one of them. This decentralization process, in which each unit had responsibility for its profit and loss, was held accountable. So as a result, it was allowed to develop operational tasks into a strategic process with measurable outcomes. So to answer the question, the influence of rewards was now measurable to reward for their work. So at the end we want to give some recommendations regarding an expansion of the benefit programs. So first, from our point of view, the exchange of ideas in teams plays a very important role. So therefore permanent joint events could be organized themselves. The team should be selected randomly, So before selecting, you could choose a preference where you yourself feel comfortable. As an example, let's say sports or eating. So afterwards, the selected team should organize their event on reference to the selected topic. The idea here is that both the organization requires a mutual exchange in the team and the event afterwards. So this could be done at regular intervals so that employees can also be able to adjust to them. Of course, the focus here is on fun and connection, but a better exchange of ideas should also be achieved through mutual trust. Another idea is to give employees space, for example, create various workstations or outdoor spaces. So this should lead to the promotion of concentration through resting oases, but also to create a mutual connection with other departments and thus to develop a process awareness.
This is the end of our video. I hope you like it. Please, any questions you can comment on the forum. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye.